This is Athletes Lives Network, exclusive interviews. Today our guest, star basketball player, Andrean High School, also Purdue University, and also professional overseas in Europe. Mr. Brandon Bradley, how you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing well, man. I want to thank you for being on the website. It's a real pleasure to have you on, and we're gonna just get your athletic experiences off of you. So, first question is just kind of give us a little brief description of who you are and your early influences in sports.
I came born, raised, I always say East Chicago and Gary because I lived in East Chicago but went to school in Gary, so both cities always showed me love. A lot of influences from both cities. Came up, I was a big East Chicago Washington fan. I wanted to wear that East Chicago Washington Senators Letterman jacket. That was my first probably favorite high school team with Kenny Lofton, Wayne Jackson, and those guys. And my first time I probably fell in love with high school basketball was the year Gary Roosevelt went down with Ronaldo Thomas and he lost to Scott Skiles. That was '82.
On that buzzer beater.
Yeah. I remember the whole region was, everybody was getting to a television or somewhere was going to watch that game. And so after that, Tony Harris over at EC Roosevelt. Love watching him play. Bishop Noll teams, Tion McCoy, and a few years after that, that was around the time when I got to high school and Washington closed down, of course. And I still wanted to go to Central because a lot of my friends were going, but my mother wasn't having that, so she sent me out to Andrean, and I guess the rest is history.
Okay, so let's kind of backtrack a little bit. Just give us some description on when you first started playing the game of basketball. Like at what age did you first start playing?
I started playing at an early age, but I wasn't any good. I loved the game, but there was so many guys that were better than me. And I just remember summer, spring, fall, even sometimes in the winter time, we out at Sunnyside shoveling snow off the court, getting shots up, playing. I remember, watching guys. And I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't very good. If it was 10 guys out there, they'd probably pick a straight cat before they picked me,
Yeah.
So I remember the guys that I thought were really good out there: Sean Miller, Coco, Greg Arrington. Some of the guys I was like, man, they were my age, but they were so good. I said, man, So I just remember competing against those guys. Man, one day I gotta get on that level, So.
Okay. So, what elementary school did you attend?
I went to St. Monica, which is in Gary. It closed down '85, the year I came out. Junior high school, I went to Tollerston for 1 year.
Tollerston?
Went to Tollerston.
Okay.
Next year, went to a Catholic school called Holy Trinity. It was right across the street from Frayville, and it's currently closed. And then after that, on to Andrean.
Now, quick question before we get more in detail. Did your parents have something against the East Chicago school systems? I mean, not saying that you couldn't go there, but was it a reason behind you going to other schools?
No, they didn't. They probably just figured, I'd be over there with my friends, and I'd probably be clowning and wouldn't get anything done, and which probably would have been true. I went out to Andrean, knew a few people, but man, the curriculum was a little bit tougher, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything against Chicago Central, but I'm assuming
it is.
It was, and man, you really, they didn't really mess around too much. You had to kind of be on your P's and Q's, which was excellent for me. We didn't have the athletic talent and the facilities that East Chicago had, but it helped me out a lot.
Gotcha. So you was talking about Sean Miller, Greg Arrington, them guys like that. So once you got to Tollerston junior high, just give me the difference in your game. What areas of your game improved from when you was playing at Sunnyside Park to now you in 7th and 8th grade?
When I was young and coming up towards my later years in elementary school and junior high school, I was always one of the tallest kids in my class, but I wasn't very good. You look at a lot of young kids that are tall at an early age and not a lot of coordination. Need a lot of work, and I was just like those kids. So a lot of kids might have been a little bit smaller, but they were more athletic, had better skill sets, can handle the ball, shoot. I was just trying to get a feel, and once I got a little older, a little stronger, I was able to compete with those guys. So when I was at Tolleson, I was horrible.
Gotcha. Now you're a freshman at Andrean High School. What's the goals, expectations as a freshman? Because as you said, you was, I'm sure you was probably the tallest kid on the team, right? So just give us your expectations as a freshman.
It was just to make the freshman team. I didn't know what to expect. I knew a lot of the guys who were gonna go out, and I said, man, I just want to do my best, make the team, and started kind of coming into my own. Had a very good freshman coach, Dan Rogovich. He took Andrean to the Final Four in '81. Recently passed, rest in peace, coach.
Okay.
So he helped me out a lot, man. A lot of fundamentals in practice. Getting up and down, and probably after Christmas break is when I started like really getting a lot better. I was going against some of the older guys and kind of holding my own. And the varsity coach at Andrean at the time, Tom Shields, said he's going to move me up to JV. I was going to still split time a little bit because he wanted me to play as much basketball as possible. So I was still playing with the freshman team, playing with JV. Man, I just every day I just felt myself getting a lot better. And about the end of the season is when I started dunking.
Okay.
Like, man, I said I feel like I can kind of hold my own against some of the other guys. Because I felt like at Andrean I was already one of the best, but I was looking at that time, man, read the basketball in the region was so tough. So the goal wasn't to be the best at Andrean anymore. It was to looking at some guys at Central that were on the map. Glenn and I were in the same grade that year. And actually I didn't meet him until after the season. We played on the same AAU team. And, I kind of came in smelling myself, and I'm like, man, this dude is good.
Yeah.
So just looking at guys around the city, Hammond, Gary, wherever, just looking, I said, man, I gotta make sure that I'm on the same level, possibly passing up some of these guys. So